everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I'm here to do a book haul for you guys. It's just gonna be a tiny little book haul. It's only 6 books because I, for the most part, slowed down quite a bit on buying physical books this year. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I've also been reading a lot of ebooks, so that has been what I've heavily been focusing on. But when I have been physically reading, I've been trying to focus on books for Read It or Delete It, which is my Bookish Unhaul series, and trying to get my TBR down to a somewhat normal size. This book haul is a mix of a lot of different things. I've actually already read one of the books in the haul, and the other ones, one I'm already currently reading, and the other ones I plan on reading soon. So I'm excited to talk all about all of them, but without me rambling on any further, let's jump right in and get started. First book I have to talk about in this book haul is one I am currently reading, and that is Rita Hayworth in the Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King. I'll talk about this in my most recent video, which I'll go ahead and link in the cards for you guys, but this is on my spring TBR. Like I said, I'm already reading it. I'm about halfway through. It's a very short book. It's just over 100 pages long, and I'm really enjoying it so far. This is probably one of Stephen King's most well-known books that have turned into movies. It is a thriller that is kind of a heist story. It's also a prison escape story and a revenge story. That's really all I went in knowing. The movie is very beloved. I know a lot of people love it. My family loves it. I have yet to see it because I wanted to read the book first. But I am really enjoying it so far. It's definitely going to be maybe a couple of days before I finish this and move on to something else, but I am really liking it. So that is the first book for the haul. 3 books for Christmas presents, so thank you so much to my cousin who gave me these for Christmas this year. First one of those is going to be Star Wars Master of Evil by Adam Christopher. This is a Star Wars novel, as the title suggests. I absolutely love this cover. This is one of my favorite covers that I own in my Star Wars book collection. This is taking place directly after the events of Revenge of the Sith, which is my favorite movie of all time. And we're following Darth Vader as he's kind of still not well known to the public eye. He hasn't technically been revealed to the public by the Emperor. And we're following him as he begins his life as a Sith Lord. I am a huge Star Wars fan, if you guys do not know. And Darth Vader is my favorite character in Star Wars. So anything that has to do with him or Anakin Skywalker usually is my go-to, and like I said, I'm obsessed with this cover. Don't mind the sticker, I still have to get that off, but I'm very excited to dive into this. Next book in this book haul is one I have already read, and I was obsessed with it at the time that I picked it up and read it for the first time, and I do want to continue on the series, and that book is going to be The Witcher, The Last Wish. This is the first book in the Witcher series by Andrzej Sapkowski. It is a well-known fantasy series. I actually have read this book, like I mentioned already, and I own it in a different edition, but I much prefer this gorgeous edition, and I am literally obsessed with it. So that is why I ended up getting this and adding it to my wish list for Christmas. I have read the first book. I do plan on continuing on with the series. It's an adult high fantasy series. If you guys are not familiar, we're following our main character Geralt, who is a witcher, which is a monster hunter. And in this world, the witchers are feared for their powers. They're not very well liked by society. But we're following on Geralt on his adventures as a witcher and all the different monsters that he encounters. The first 2 books in the series are actually short story collections, and I'm not usually one to like short stories, but I was completely engrossed by these when I read them. And I do have the second book on my shelves to read here soon. I'm probably going to get that in the same edition at some point, but that is that one. What I have in this book haul is, again, one I've heard a lot about and have just yet to pick up, and that is going to be Quicksilver by Callie Hart. It is a gorgeous, chunky fantasy book. This is probably, it's well over 600 pages, and I am a sucker for a giant, chunky fantasy like this, so I'm excited to dive in. When I picked this up, I didn't know a ton about this, but reading from the synopsis, this is an adult high fantasy romantasy. It is following our main character, Ceres, who lives in a world where it is ruled by the Undying Queen. And one day she mistakenly opens up a portal to the Fae realm, and she mistakenly binds herself to this Fae warrior named Kingfisher. And he is trying to protect his land, his people, at any cost, whether it costs him, her, anything. That's all I really know. I have heard really good things about this, and I'm kind of glad I'm going in not knowing a lot. I love Fae stories. I'm a sucker for romantasy, so I'm excited to dive in. The book I have on this haul is going to be one that I am planning on reading rather soon. I just have to reread the first book, and that is going to be Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This is the second book in the Fourth Wing series. I think there's 3 books out. This is obviously the second one. I really liked Fourth Wing when I read it. I need to reread it. It's been a year since I've read it. But I am planning to continue on the series. And look at these sprayed edges, guys. If anybody knows me, you know I'm a sucker for beautiful sprayed edges. And I think I want to get the matching edition of Fourth Wing if I can find it with these edges too, because I am obsessed. An adult high fantasy series is another romantasy. It is following our main character Violet, who is a dragon rider. She comes from a family of dragon riders, and she was one who was kind of unwilling to become a dragon rider when she entered the school, but was kind of pushed into it by the rest of her family, because again, she comes from a family of dragon riders. And it follows her as she attends this academy. She meets a boy. There's a hate to love romance, and there's also a competition element, which I really like. It is right up my alley. I really like the first book. It is heavily compared to ACOTAR, which I totally do understand because I'm a massive ACOTAR fan, as most of you guys know. And I would also give it a little bit of comparison to Throne of Glass with the competition element, which I also love. So throw those two together and you get a series that I think I'm really going to love in the end when I do catch up with it. And I'm excited to continue. That is going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if any of you guys have read any of these books, what your thoughts are. All that jazz, I'd love to know. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And let me know in the comments down below, again, if you guys have read any of these books, what your thoughts are, anything at all. Even just want to tell me how you're doing. I would love to know. And as always, all my social media links are linked down below if you guys would like to follow me on any of those. That being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys soon for another video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!